Hey guys, thanks for watching. In this video, I want to talk about mnemonica, and this is going to be a mnemonica explained and mnemonica tutorial video. I'm referring to Mnemonica Stack order by Juan Tamariz, famous card magician, and this is a memorized deck principle, a memorized deck stack. Sorry, I have the cards. I just like to fidget with them. And so let's get into it. So Mnemonica Stack was originated by Juan Tamariz, and he didn't just come up with it randomly. He actually used different principles that he interwove into the stack. It's not like he just shuffled the deck and said, oh, this is my stack. There are actually like certain principles in the stack, and it allows you to do a couple things. One of them is the fact that you can get into Mnemonica Stack from a new order. Okay, and the second principle, what I mean new deck order, like a brand new opened up pack of cards. There's a way to do it. It's like super advanced, though I can't do it. Some people can. Okay, the second principle and reason for Mnemonica Stack is the fact that there are certain tricks that are tied into Mnemonica Stack, and Tamariz has them all listed in his book, his Mnemonica book, the very famous book. And for example, there is a poker dealing trick where the spectator can ask for pretty much not any hands. There's some conditions, but it looks like the spectator can ask for whatever hand they want, and Tamariz has a method based on what they ask. You can deal that hand out to I think like yourself or a certain other spectator. So there are principles in the stack that allow you to do different tricks. Okay, then these are the tricks that Tamariz teaches. Now, some people will say that you can just shuffle a deck and memorize the deck if you want to do memorized deck magic. All right, now I learned Mnemonica Stack because I was interested in memorized deck work, and I heard there's Mnemonica and there is Aronson Stack, right? And I looked at both of them and I couldn't really decide what was better. I felt like there was more popularity with Mnemonica, so I just went with that and I learned it. To be honest with you, I don't really use the tricks that are in his book. I think there are like a couple ones, but I don't know. To me, they're just a little difficult, as far as like even like with the poker dealing trick, or ways like you have to, once you deal out, there are ways you have to get back into the stack. I don't like that personally. There is one trick, I never learned it, but I like the idea. It's you force like the 8 of hearts, and then there's a way you can count down, like you show like the next card and it's like black, and you deal down like BLACK and get to the next card, it's like a king, and then you deal like KING, and eventually you get down to the 8 of hearts. That's a pretty cool trick, I think, especially if you're doing like some advanced false shuffles. So for me, like most of the memorized deck work that I do, really it doesn't matter honestly what the stack is. All right, so I mean honestly, I could have just shuffled the deck and then memorized the cards and done the same effect, because most of the stuff I do, like in a card at any number or anything like that, I'll try to have some tutorials on this maybe in the future if people are interested. It really doesn't matter about the stack. It just matters that you know what card is at what position. right? So as long as you have the deck memorized, the stack doesn't really change the trick at all, is what I'm trying to say, the tricks that I do use for Mnemonica Stack. So to me, it's cool to I think to learn a stack, and there's some cool things you can do with the memorized deck. Does it have to be Mnemonica? Not necessarily. Like I said, I was going to learn one, so I said, well, why not learn Mnemonica? Because there's all these resources, and maybe in the future I'd want to learn and use some of those tricks. So it's good to know Mnemonica. You know, plus if you ever get, I don't know, maybe if you buy a trick or some in the future and it's based off a Mnemonica stack just because it's a popular stack, you know, then it would be easy for you to incorporate. You don't have to relearn Mnemonica. Also, I've got another video on how to learn and how to memorize Mnemonica, and I'll leave a link. I'll let it pop up here in the card, and I'll leave a link down in the description. I'll try to make some more Mnemonica videos as well. That's kind of, I think, all I want to say about what I think about Mnemonica. Like I said, it's memorized deck magic can be cool. I use it sometimes. One of the issues, I like some of the tricks you can do with it. I used it more like as a beginner just because it's kind of like more powerful. You don't have to do like as much sleight of hand, but you can still have like kind of powerful looking effects. The thing I don't like as much about Mnemonica and memorized deck stacks though is like you can't just, I like to, as I get better with sleight of hand, I like to fiddle with the cards and do tricks that are more sleight of hand dependent. And like with Mnemonic or any kind of memorized deck stack, you have to worry about that. Like you can't like really shuffle the deck because you're changing the order. And there are some guys who do memorized deck work, like that's like all they do, like Darwin Ortiz. But you have to really do some advanced like false shuffles. Like the guys are really good at, Michael Close is another one. They can do like some really advanced false shuffles, like perfect pharaohs, you know, like multiple times, stuff like that. So I mean, it can be like really, really powerful if you can get up to that advanced level. But you know, for me, I like it. I like to use it, but at the same time, as I become more and more advanced, I prefer like sleight of hand tricks, and I've kind of gone more away from memorized deck magic and Mnemonica Stack. But that's all I have to say. Guys, if you found this interesting, please like this video and share it, and please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, or any questions you might have, or any other videos you want to see. Please go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. Guys, I'll be bringing more great magic videos on learning magic, and hopefully we can have fun along the way. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Thanks.